Welcome back to the course Professional Communication Skill in English. This course has been organized by studybud.in and Sinhai Research Switzerland. We have been focusing on pronunciation, getting the correct pronunciation of many technical terms and some non-technical terms, commonly used terms. You learned lots of rules. You practiced hundreds of words, how to pronounce them correctly, especially where many people make mistakes because it's difficult. English pronunciation is not that easy. The sounds are different. The combinations, these, let's say, the blends, consonant blends or diphthongs are different from yours. Also, there's something called syllable stress that may be missing in your language, so it makes it difficult. There's silent letters, and there's very strange sounds. One letter can take many different sounds. So we have gone over all of that. You may have to go through these videos several times, depending on how much time you have and how much perfection you want to reach. Confusion. Right. Okay, what else? Let me very quickly go over this. So difficult. 90% of the engineering graduates in India cannot speak English. Everybody talks about it, publishes papers, and as if they have done something. They don't solve the problem. They don't know how to. First, the problem is with the language itself. The English language is difficult, okay? It's not that easy. Plus, the way we teach is not working. That's why I put in a lot of time helping you. All right, take it seriously. English is not your fault. It's a language from England that's far away, 8,000 kilometers, 7,000 kilometers away from India. So if they have a problem with language, it's not really your fault. Okay, this is the proof. Half of the Britons, Britain means people who live in England, a citizen of United Kingdom, not England, only England, also Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. They are called Briton, not Britisher. That's a very old-fashioned word. Briton, pronounced as B-R-I-T-I-N, Britons, can't spell common words. They cannot spell their own language, common, simple words. 50% of them cannot. It's their newspaper, not mine. Their newspaper published this. So there must be something wrong with it. People should think, if their own people cannot, they have school degrees, college degrees, and half of them cannot spell simple words. There must be something wrong with the language, okay? We can fix it, but it will take time. We have to be very strong, powerful, well-known first. Also, only 2% of the Britons speak proper Oxford English. So what I'm teaching you here is somewhat formal, general American, or RP, received pronunciation, somewhat like Oxford English, okay? Or BBC. Formal English. That's what you should learn, because you don't know. You may end up somewhere. Your dialect may not match with theirs. They will not understand you. So speak formal. Everybody will understand you. Okay. RP stands for received pronunciation, or what people call as British English. This is the standard one. Hundreds of, maybe not 100, maybe 50 dialects. Very different dailects in the UK. All right. 2% speak this proper British English. 98% don't. A few percent can, but they don't. Okay. So it's not your fault. Okay. Anyone in India who says, oh, this is British, that's American, I'm going to learn only British, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know. They don't know history, they don't know English, they don't know anything else. Okay. They just like to argue. All right. English is not a strictly phonetic language. That's a big problem. 26 letters, 44 sounds. One letter can take so many sounds. Of course, it makes life very difficult. They should change it, change the alphabet, make 44 letters for 44 sounds. And also cut out some of the sounds that don't sound very good. You don't need all that sound, okay? If you don't believe me, read this poem, search the net, and find the poem called The Chaos. See, it's written as chaos, pronounced as chaos. Chaos by Gerard Trinité. That's how I think it's pronounced. Gerard Trinity. Very entertaining poem that tells you how spelling and pronunciation keep changing in such a way that confuses the students. Okay? The children. Maybe a way to make money by fooling the people. Okay. The pronunciation and spelling of a word may not match. Spelling may be something, pronunciation may be something else. Okay? They don't match, not always. 26 letters and 44 phonemes, sound units. Why not 44 letters? Each representing just one sound. So you don't have to learn this IPA and all that. You just look at and write phonetically. It should be done someday. All right. There are many exceptions, too many exceptions, too many rules, too many grammar rules, too many spelling rules, pronunciation rules, and too many exceptions to every rule. Confusions and irregularities. Okay, there are many exceptions, confusions, and irregularities in pronunciations, meaning, spelling, grammar, etc. Especially is homonyms. Why do you need homonym? If they are two different words, just write them differently. Finished. Okay. Their pronunciation should be slightly different too. Abstract. You know, abstract. Abstract. Sounds are different. Why do you write them exactly the same way? Change the spelling a little bit. Okay, pass. You know, pass has maybe 25 meanings. The word pass. Why not use different words? That's it. You know, then you don't have to be confused about, did he mean this or that? All right. Listen carefully to authentic English. I cannot change all that, so this is what you have to do. You know, temporary solution is the best solution. Listen carefully to authentic English source. I'll give you a very quick example how to improve your spoken English. First, use our software. Number 1. Secondly, read the book the way I showed you using this correct pronunciation and GBP KIR method. Okay, grouping and blending, keyword stress, intonation, and rhythm. Try to sound like as if you pretend that you are a foreigner, or your audience is a foreigner. They don't understand your maybe Bengali accent or Bengali way of pronouncing or Hindi way of pronouncing. So slow down and read as if you are giving a lecture to an international audience. Okay, this is how you're going to pronounce. I'll just tell you the difference. Listen carefully to authentic English source and repeat aloud. This is how you're going to say. Okay, all right, good. It's a matter of practice. Learn to speak formal professional English. I've already talked about that. There are so many dialects in English, local dialects. If you pick up, it's going to be difficult for you to go to another place and make sense. It's better to stick to formal language. You are professional, stick to formal professional English. RP is received pronunciation like Oxford English. General American is the standard that CNN and others use. Some good universities that use General American in United States, not local dialects. And learn it right the first time. I've been saying this many times. You'll waste so much time learning wrong things. It's not worth it to not learn wrong things. Later, depending on the need, listen to and comprehend a few local idioms, colloquial expressions, dialects, accent, and be flexible. Okay, somebody pronounces slightly differently. Be flexible. Maybe a correct in local dialect. Okay, be polite and tolerant. Somebody has got slight accent, wrong pronunciation, wrong grammar. It's fine. Just try to understand the meaning, because no matter what you do, you will always be somewhat imperfect. Even your English is not going to be perfect because imperfect language. Okay, all right. Be a little bit tolerant. Well, there are people who pronounce this part in many ways. Okay, a priori, a priori. What's the difference? You understood, right? That's it. That's it. All right. U.S. For example, if you go to U.S., the USA, the United States of America, and live there for a while, you have to get used to some American ways of talking. So, for example, they do not say can't, like British do. They say can't, I can't. It could be confusing. You have to pay attention and listen carefully. I can't do it. That means I cannot do it. I can do it. Can means I can do it. Okay. Very slight difference. I can't do it. That means cannot, can't do it. They just merged it. I can do it. Couldn't means I can do it. Okay? To pay attention, otherwise there may be confusion. Many Americans, they do not clearly pronounce internet. In TV, highly educated people do. Others call it internet. Somehow this T is almost swallowed after N. Internet. International. You should know it cannot be international. What sense does it? It must be international. Okay? Good. Americans pronounce this T after a vowel as half D. It comes, tongue comes very close to make the sound D, then pulls back. Water. Not water, not water. It's water. Water. Okay? You don't have to copy that. If you say water, everybody in the world understands that water. Okay? British say water, water, water. Americans say water. If you say water, people will understand. Okay, check the pronunciation in dictionary and follow that. Many Americans do not pronounce this T here clearly. It sounds like little, a little bit. Two T's disappear. It just sounds like little. You have to get used to it, but try not to copy it unless there's a reason to settle there and be exactly like the local people. That's different. If you are professional, you know that you should stick to professional, clear pronunciation. Little. Z, Americans say Z, British say Z. Okay, if you move to America, get used to listening to Z. Okay. Gas. Gas could be this state of, what is gas? State of material, a matter that takes any shape and volume of the container. Okay. That's a gas. Hydrogen, oxygen, air, vapor, all these gas. Also, gas is abbreviation for gasoline, which is petrol. In England and many other countries, they call it petrol. In the United States, they call petrol as gasoline or gas. Gas station, they will not understand petrol. Okay, petroleum they understand. But the commonly used word for petrol is gasoline or gas. So you have to say, excuse me, sir, can you tell me where the next gas station is? So there, you go about 2 miles and take a left turn. On your right, you'll find a gas station. This is how this be. You don't have to copy them exactly. Try to speak clearly. That's it. This one you have seen before. British call it aluminium. Aluminium. Americans call it aluminum, and this I is missing in America. Okay. How about this? Schedule. 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 This is timetable. Okay. Schedule, not schedule in America. In Britain is schedule. But do not mix them up. Say schedule. There's half English, half British. That confuses them even more. Okay, how about this? Some people call it anti-particle is fine. Semi, anti. Get used to it. Anti, semi is fine. But semiconductor is always semiconductor. It's not semiconductor. Don't ask me why. How about this? Mobile is called mobile in America. So it's not mobile oil that you think of. Mobile is mobile. It could be mobile phone or mobile house. They call it mobile. Okay. How about automobile? It's never automobile. It's an American word for car. Automobile. Okay. How about this? Turbine, right? In America, I have heard people say turbine and turbine, both. Turbine. I used to think it's the turbine. Then I listened carefully. Turbine, turbine. Okay. They call turbine as turbine. All right. Get used to these things wherever you go, wherever you live. But you don't have to copy exactly. Avoid copying local slangs. Because once you get used to it, you go somewhere else where those slangs are not used, or the people will not understand you. Stay with formal English. Try to listen and understand the local variations. But when you speak, you should stay with formal English. Nasal voice. Many people go to the United States and they think to sound like American. Firstly, why do you have to sound like American? There's no particular reason for it. They know you are a foreigner. Okay, as soon as you open your mouth, no matter how much you pretend, they don't care. They are nice. They are nice, friendly people. Okay. To make it easier for them, you should speak slowly, clearly, and use correct phrases. Okay. Many people say, "Oh, I'll teach you how to speak like a native speaker." Native whom? Like a professional? Yes, sure. If you want to talk like native somebody who doesn't speak his own language properly, why should I learn that? I'm just being honest. Okay, use your time properly and wisely. Some people think changing to nasal voice makes them sound like American. They have horrible, very different, wrong pronunciation, probably pretty strong accent too. Only the voice has become nasal. That doesn't make them sound like American. Please do not try to copy wrong things. Why? Keep your natural voice. Is my voice bad? That's my natural voice. I'm not going to sound like this. Why should I try? I'll tell you how voices are different. The part of the, I don't know if there's a study done or not, but I'm a scientist and this is my theory. I've not tested it. A different part of the voice box vibrates when most of the Americans speak. Okay. It's a different part. It kind of resonates between the nose and this passage. This is how most of the Americans talk. So it probably preserves some energy, conserves some energy. I don't know about that. It's not well researched. It's my theory because I've lived in many different countries. I hear the differences in voice, language, everything. Okay, so it's possible that many Germans moved to the United States a long time ago. Maybe about 38% or 35% of the Americans of Germanic origin. Certain dialects in Germany, the voice is a little bit nasal. Maybe that got transferred into also in some certain parts of United Kingdom too. That voice was taken to United States. That's why American English sounds somewhat different from British English. Doesn't matter. Americans are very nice people. Take it from me. All right. Learn many things, many good things from them, but not this nasal voice, okay? And half the Americans do not have this nasal voice. It's okay. Native. Why do you have to sound like a native? Can't they tell just by looking at you and listening to you for half a minute that you are from somewhere else? If you are from somewhere else, they're extra polite and nice to you. Okay? Why do you want to give up that? Okay? All right. English varies with place and time. English is changing. Lots of new words are coming up, because of computers and many other reasons. Sometimes there isn't one right way. Yes, having taught you all this proper English and all that, giving lecture, let me admit there's not one right way. There are several ways of pronouncing the same thing. If a large number of people, let's say a large number of people in India start speaking English, it will be accepted as a proper language. Indian English. I think it already is on the way. But to make life easier, try to pronounce somewhat like me. Flat, correct pronunciation, not too much sing-song, somewhat like English or American. It makes life easy for you when you travel around. Okay. Once again, never laugh. Well, Americans say laugh. I said laugh. Not a big difference. Americans and British, they understand each other very well. Okay, they do not fight about it. They may joke about their language differences, but they get along very well. They like each other very much. Okay, so do not make fuss about, oh, that's British. I'm not going to learn that. I'll learn American, or the other way around. Okay, never laugh at those who don't seem to speak English well because they may be better than you in some other field or job. I know people who are better than me in certain things, many things. I know, and their English may not be as good as mine. Doesn't matter. I have respect for them. Okay? Good. Do your part to become excellent communicator. Do your part. Take this pronunciation test first that we give. YouTube has one lesson. It's got built-in pronunciation test. You can take that too. That's up to you. You take it, you judge, you give yourself a score. You judge how good you are in pronunciation. ESL, English Pronunciation Accent Test by English 2020. You can take that test. Evaluate yourself and then decide, do you need to improve? Not. If you score more than, say, 80%, probably don't need any of these courses. Take our online fluency and listening skill tests every week. When you're taking this course every week, you should take this test to see your improvement, judge where you need more improvement. Use English Pronunciation 2020. There are some video lessons that are going to be given to you. Learn to correctly pronounce 3,000 most useful words. Okay, you don't need more than 3,000 words in normal conversation. Maybe now there are 4,000 or 5,000 in your field, technical field. It's only 5 hours it takes. Download and practice the Spoken English 2020 software. Sorry, that's going to be given by this company, studybud.in. Okay. See, listen, and repeat. Nothing is easier and more effective than that. See what's written, listen to the sound carefully, and repeat as closely as possible. Nothing can be better than that. We are creating a virtual environment for you where proper English is being spoken to you and you're just repeating. Okay? Then there are tests, etc., to judge whether you're improving or not. All right. Spoken English 2020 will teach you how to speak in proper English in 10 real-life situations, only useful things we teach. And Spoken English for engineers and scientists, that's 60 hours course. It will make you your English in a technical field that you need near perfect, okay? There is no course better than this. All right. Yes, your pronunciation, accent, intonation, fluency, everything, listening skill, comprehension skill, knowledge of English, knowledge in your technical field, everything will improve drastically. Try this. Simultaneously, that's very important too. We teach everything together, okay? I have done my job. Please do your part for your benefit. Okay, I've done my job. Please do your part for your benefit. Thank you.